Ladies and gentlemen, good day. After the Mother Nature raged and took revenge on us Japanese last March, we seem to be getting uneasy and unhappy. So today, let me try to tell you that we are not so unhappy. The easiest way to make you feel better is to find someone else who's unhappier than us. The unlucky people I pick up to compare is none other than Americans, the world's richest people. Well, last winter, the icy cold blizzard froze all the northern part of America. The temperature dropped down as low as 0 in Fahrenheit, that is, minus 20 degrees centigrade. A few months later, as early as June, the scorching heat reached 100 degrees in Fahrenheit, nearly 40 degrees centigrade in southern states. The heat wave, coupled with gusting winds, caused severe wildfires which burned down the forests and villages in Arizona and Texas. The flame burned an area as big as the entire prefecture of Fukushima. While Texas and Arizona were scorched by the sun, the Mississippi and Missouri rivers were flooded by historical increase of water by the melting snow from the Rocky Mountains. The Army Corps of Engineers deliberately destroyed the bank of the river and let the high water flood over the cornfield and cattle ranches in order to save the neighboring towns and cities in North Dakota. Then a series of devastating tornadoes touched down the mid-eastern states with the wind velocity of 200 miles per hour, the speed of the super-blade train hitting all the trees, cars, and houses. The city of Joplin, Missouri, was hit hardest, and 150 fatal casualties was recorded. I don't think it's necessary to talk on hurricanes. You just need to remember Katrina and her 2,000 fatal damage on New Orleans. The total casualties out of these natural disasters in United States could go as high as those sacrifices Japanese suffered from the quake and tsunami on March 11th. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've so far only talked on the natural disasters and not man-made disasters. Well, the nuclear power plant incident in Fukushima is widely perceived as a human error. But there's no human casualties by the blowout of the plant yet. Not yet at all. Not yet at least. However, last year in US, offshore crude oil platform blasted and killed several workers instantly and polluted the Gulf Coast in Louisiana by spilled oils. There are also fatal accidents killing coal mining workers in West Virginia. And if you define a war as human disaster, Iraqi war took lives of 3,300 young US soldiers. Another war in Afghanistan demanded further 1,500 lives. If you add the injured soldiers, the casualty number goes double and triple if you include mentally wounded soldiers. So here's my message today. We Japanese are living much safer life when compared with Americans because, firstly, as to natural causes, American Mother Nature seems much tougher than ours, as not many of us die from wildfires, tornadoes, and hurricanes. Exception is a huge killer earthquake and tsunami, but they happen once in a decade or a century. Secondly, as to man-made disasters, Americans need to sacrifice their young lives for the sake of defending democracy around the world, as they assume the role of global policemen, whether willingly or not, whereas our self-defense force doesn't fight a war constitutionally. Thirdly, as to security of daily life, Japanese society is much safer than that of US, as we, rich or poor, are already fully covered by the state medical insurance system and pension assurances. And there's no eye-to-eye gunfighting culture and tradition in this country. Lastly, as a result and conclusion, a baby born here today has a life expectancy of living 83 years, while Americans' babies' average is 79 years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't you agree when I say we Japanese aren't so miserable and unhappy at all? Thank you for your audience. Additional comment. This speech was compiled in the year 2011 when we had severe tsunami accident, nuclear failure at Fukushima. Thank you.